Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Hoops and Football. I am Shannon. Welcome to the show. Alrighty, today's video will just be about the Richmond VFL squad versus the Giants VFL squad. It was actually a win, so it seems to be the quite common theme going on right now. Over the seniors seem to be losing, and the VFL seems to be winning. So, look, it's another good win because we're starting to see players in the VFL push for senior selection. Which, as we all know, when you have players below pushing for selection, it means the players above have to work harder and play better. So, and we probably say we slightly saw on the weekend, obviously only for 3 quarters. But yeah, there's a good chance we might be having some players return who have been out for a long term with the ACL, and maybe some who have changed position and found a new one and seem to be shining. With a name that seems quite familiar with that exact scenario back in the day. So, alrighty. So Richmond were 13-14-92 to the Giants 12-8-80. So we ended up winning 12 points over there at NG. I did try to watch the game live. I couldn't watch it live. Just the camera, I don't know, I'm not being rude or critical to anyone, but the camera work on that game was shit. I will say it's shit. There was a stage where I was watching the game and the ball got kicked out and the camera just stayed on the goal square for about 10 seconds, and by the time the camera caught up, it was down the other field. And I think they almost missed a goal as well a few times when I was watching it. It just, the camera just wasn't watching the ball. So I just went, nah, I'm not going to watch this. I'm just going to look at some of the highlights and some of the stats and review it off that sort of style, because I couldn't handle how bad the camera work was. So, but anyway, we'll move on to the game. A couple of really good games, a couple of really good players. I'm impressed with. As usual, I generally only chew through the players that are AFL listed and not the VFL listed players. But sort of I might mention a couple of the VFL boys just because how well they played. So, look, Joel Gardner, probably pushing for plays like this every other week. He'll probably get a chance to be selected next year in the rookie draft or maybe even the national draft because he had a good game. He had 30 disposals, 17 of them were kicks, 13 handballs, 5 marks, 5 tackles, and 9 clearances. So that was really impressive from him, especially considering he hasn't had that many big games that big. So that one was a new level of a very good performance. So Juddson Clarke. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is his 4th game back off his ACL return, and he had a monster game. So I'm going to pause on Juddson Clarke for a bit, just because I actually watched a fair bit of the highlights. There's a couple of short ones and big ones, and it's good to see that Juddson Clarke has got his speed back. I forgot how fast he was. He has pace to burn, and if you watch on the weekend, there's a few instances where he just burnt players. Now, I'm not sure if he's playing wing or half back or half forward, but I'm definitely not against him playing half back along with Buddy Sam Banks. That duo of speed and run would be good to have. So he had 2 goals, 1 behind, 27 disposals, and he had 26 kicks. So that's really good. 6 handballs, 8 marks, 1 tackle, 1 clearance. Really happy with that. So here's the big change in key position style in a way. Morris Rowley Jr. has now gone as a midfielder now. And I actually love this idea. Probably because he loves the tackle. And I feel like if you leave him down in the pocket, he gets 5 touches. And that's it. And it seems to be not really his fault. And I think you've got to put him in a position to be successful, and I think this game alone, and I believe it's the game against Essendon, not last week. Sorry, the one against who we have after before Essendon, but whoever it was, we had where he played North Melbourne. Sorry, it's North Melbourne's VFL game where he played the last quarter, and it helped us win the whole entire game. So he ended up having 2 goals, so he's still hit scoring impact. 25 disposals, 11 kicks, 14 handballs, 2 marks, 8 tackles. So his tackle count is still high, and that's what we're after especially from him, because he has that high pace to burn, and 5 clearances. So if you watch the game, a couple of his goals will just show you what he can create. So I know Daniel went to half back, but obviously Morris doesn't have that height. and probably doesn't have that defensive ability for. Sorry, guys. He does have that defense ability, but he doesn't have that chase your man when it's more that if it's coming forward, I'll chase you down. But he got the ball and he'd bring it out real quick. So he'd get it from inside to outside and get that quick little dinky handball, which created more space for the player to run on. Or he got the ball and he just burnt him and went. And I think it's a good way for Morris to get his tank built up. So you give him a chance to build up his tank and go for a senior level. So maybe what we do is this year and pre-season next year, it's all just playing midfield time. He doesn't get any senior time. You give him another 1 year contract, because I'm pretty sure he ends at the end of this year, and see how we go from there. I think he could earn a spot in the seniors playing midfield time. At least playing midfield / half forward, swapping with somebody. So, then we move on to Jacob Blight, who's had another great game. I think it's his third game above 20 disposals, so he's probably pushing for a selection. It's hard to see who comes out because Ben Miller and Gray didn't do anything wrong, but he had 23 disposals, 14 kicks, 9 handballs. It's at 11 marks. So I love that his marking ability's back. He seemed to be a bit fumbly near the end of when he went back into the VFL. I definitely think he's going to be a backup right now. And look, my thing is, if he keeps playing this way and he can't get in the senior side, maybe Gray comes out. That's about it. But I wouldn't be surprised, even when we're chasing after Harley Reid, that they maybe dangle him as a little bonus prize if you deal with us. So, James Trezise, 1 goal, 18 disposals, 12 kicks, and 6 handballs, 6 marks, 3 tackles. So that is good to see that Trezise is getting the ball. I think he's definitely pushing to get himself back in the game. Just not quite sure who comes out for Trezise, because everyone seems to be playing a good game this week. Obviously, we had 1 bad quarter, but my boy Jasper Elgar unfortunately did kick a goal, because he seems to be normal go-to, kicks a goal or 2. 15 disposals, 9 kicks, 6 handballs, 6 marks, 1 tackle, 2 clearances. So a bit more hands on the ball this week. He's normally sitting around that 9 to 12. So good to see he was getting a bit more touches. Samson Ryan had a decent game. He had 1 goal, 13 disposals, 6 kicks, 7 handballs, 4 marks, no tackles. That's got to be cleared to at least 1 or 2 a game. 16 hit-outs and 2 clearances. Makati Lafau almost had kick 2 goals again. But it's good to see that he's back. And I wouldn't be surprised if he is back in the senior side pretty quick, just for that experience forward. And maybe you give, Sims and Jonty Fall a breather. And I'm not against I'm not against them having to come out. I'm also not against them staying in and just build them up and get them used to the whole entire senior level. So Lafau had 11 disposals, 6 kicks, 5 handballs, 4 marks, 4 tackles. Love to see the tackle counts up. He's a big boy. He's definitely going to hurt you. Taylor Young back for his second game, back off his ACL return, 10 disposals. So that's 7 kicks, 3 handballs, 4 marks, 1 tackle. Jacob Kowicki, I swear to God I get that wrong every time. That's that 10 disposals, 7 kicks, 3 handballs, 5 marks, 2 tackles. Oliver Hayes-Brown had 10 disposals. That's that 3 kicks, 7 handballs, 3 marks, 1 tackle, 5 disposals, and 3 clearances. I really think Oliver Hayes-Brown is coming along quite well, and I wouldn't be surprised in a few years, maybe in a year, next year, he's back playing. He gets a senior game in him. Seems doing quite well. Jacob Bauer, here we go. Jacob Bauer, 3 goals, 1 behind, 10 disposals, 7 kicks, 3 handballs, 4 marks, 2 tackles. Now this is the type of game Jacob Bauer has to play to get a senior game. A lot of people have been saying that they are a big fan of Bauer. I think I don't hate him. He's that hybrid forward, so he's not tall and he's not short. Quite hard to defend because he's got strength, but he's also got that bit of burst of speed. Very, very good kick and goal. But unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, he's just been playing really bad. And this is a really good bounce back game. And I think if he can have another game like this, maybe two more games, so 3 games overall, where he kicks multiple goals, there's definitely a chance for him to come in. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's for a Sims or a Fall. And just seeing your body, because he's not 18 or 19. He's 22, I think he is. So he's played quite a high level of senior football. And he brings that experience. Noel Bolter obviously couldn't play seniors because he's prime possum curfew. 10 disposals, 8 kicks, 2 handballs, 3 marks, 1 tackle. heard some of the reporting. Some people watched the game and said he was just quite sloppy and looks like he's quite unfit. So probably not a bad thing that they kept him playing. And then the last one was Liam Fawcett, 1 behind, 5 disposals, 2 kicks, 3 marks, and 3 tackles. So look, not bad. I think he's definitely due for it. It needs a big game. Otherwise, he could be going soon. So look, run through the stats. Nothing jumps out to say that we played a bad game, and nothing that stands out that says we played a super game. Yet again, probably the only one that really does tend to annoy me if you look at the scoring again. It's actually identical. The Giants kicked the identical score to the Seniors did, 12-8, 80. That's exactly what the Seniors did in the AFL. Richmond kicked 13-14, and just lucky that we kicked 13-14. It would have actually, if you looked at that, if we had kicked 3 behinds, it would have been 10-17, exactly like the Seniors. So obviously in the Seniors and in the AFL, both Seniors and VFL need to work on their goal kicking. So I am calling for the VFL and AFL squad to, everyone has to have 50 set shots after practice every fucking night till we can correct this goal kicking, because it's kicked us out of a game and almost done it in the VFL. So all it takes is a little bit. And that's out and we're done. So look, would not be surprised if we probably maybe see a Juddson Clarke in next week. Just not sure who for. It just didn't seem like there was too many horrible players in the Seniors. So, alright guys, we're at the end of the video. So I'm just going to say thank you again for everybody who has subscribed, liked, and left a comment on my video. I really do appreciate it. It's a small channel. I am slowly growing. I am hoping to hit 500 by the end of the season, and I think going into next year, if I'm at 500 plus subscribers, I will definitely be doing live videos, and I am hoping soon to, once I work out a better streaming program for myself to do lives, I'm going to try and get a couple of guests on that have their own channels, just to help my channel grow as well. And if you guys could, again, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Until next time, guys, I'll see you. And don't forget, guys, go Tigers.